Welcome to another episode of Math Snacks with Miss Glovely and Miss Wonderful. Today we're going to talk about all those different invented strategies for addition that come from a very conceptual understanding of how numbers work together and add together. So Miss Glovely, are you ready to do some math?
I think I am.
Okay, let's use the base 10 blocks today.
Okay.
And let's do the problem 27. I'm going to write it here on the board for us so we'll remember what it is we're doing.
Okay.
27 plus 19.
Okay. So you need 20 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
And then you need 19. A 1.
Is this really a 1 when you say it's
10,
a 1?
Sorry.
Okay.
It's 10.
I knew you knew that, but
And there's 19.
19.
Total.
Okay.
9 ones.
So if we're going to add these together, what's one idea for adding them together?
Well, I would just put the things that are alike together. I'd move those together and those together.
Okay. I'm going to kind of record your thinking as we do this.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You said add your 10s together.
Right, which
So
gave
you-
me 3 10s or 30.
Okay, so I'm going to write it over here. You did 20 plus 10 to get your 30.
Right. And then I put the 7 and the 9, which gave me 16. So I'm guessing that's a total of 46.
Okay, so you just knew the 7 plus 9 was 16, huh?
I didn't have to count them all.
Oh, well, thank goodness, huh?
It would take a while.
For young ones, though, they may have to count them.
Right.
They could count
That'd
them.
work.
Even at kindergarten, first grade, they could count those.
Right.
So you have a total of 46.
I do.
Okay? Let's look at that problem and another way of thinking about it.
Okay.
And this time, I'm going to pull them back out. It was 27,
Mm-hmm.
2, 4, 6, 7.
Right.
And
There better still be 9 there.
oh, you want to count and make sure?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There
Okay.
are.
I'm going to put a real quick, well, we'll label them later.
Okay.
Okay. Here's another way to think about this. I know that 19 is almost 20.
That's right.
So I could do 27 plus 20 and take away 1.
Okay.
It would be like, instead of adding those to them, I know 19 is like 1 less than that.
Right.
So I could add all 20 of these and then take that 1 back away.
Okay.
So I'm going to record that thinking of it. So instead of, I would take 27, add 20, but because I'm adding 19, I have to take away the 1. So 27 plus 20 is 47.
Right.
Minus that 1 makes 46.
That's actually really easy. I like that
It is
method.
when the number is really close to a whole number like that.
To one that ends in a 0.
Mm-hmm. And I just thought of another way we could do it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's 27.
Oh, but take that one back off.
Oh.
That's not supposed to be there.
Okay, that's 27, right?
Right.
So I could say 27, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46.
There you go.
So I could count that way. So if I was going to record that thinking, I would do
27.
27
Plus 10.
plus 10, which gets me to 37. And then I counted on 38, 39,
Dot, 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 dot,
40, all the way to 46. Okay?
There you go.
So those are 3 different strategies that helps us get the same answer.
Hey, and those all make sense. Those aren't just a procedure for adding, like a lot of times we're taught a procedure.
That you add your 1s and then you carry and
and
so
then you
on.
add your 10s. Right.
Just a procedure. This one, when we're actually combining like terms, when you talked about combining all the like terms,
Right.
we call that sums of. In this case, it was sums of 10 because we added the 10 together first.
Right.
And you know what's nice about that is it's actually, if we wrote it horizontally, it would be adding left to right like we read, which
Wow.
makes a lot of sense to kids. Because, why do we go right to left when everything
math.
else we do left to right?
That's right.
So that's called sums of.
Okay.
And this one, when I knew 19 was close to 20,
Right.
that's called compensation.
Okay.
We learned to compensate. It's kind of like when you add 99. You don't really want to add 99. Add 100 and subtract 1.
Okay.
And this strategy, where we kept the number originally, I think I have 27 there. And then we just added the 10 on.
And then started counting
And then started
up.
counting up. That's called the incremental strategy.
Okay.
Okay, so there's 3 different types of strategies students who have good understanding of numbers might use, especially when they're working with the base 10 blocks.
Could we try it with bigger numbers to see if it works?
Sure, let's try it with bigger numbers.
Okay.
Let's try, what numbers you want to try?
How about 323? I like it. It's a palindrome.
323. What's a palindrome, Miss Glovely?
Well, I can read it forward, and it's the same going backwards.
Cool.
323.
323 plus, I'll write it this way this time, 198.
Okay. I need 3 flats, if you don't mind, to
Okay.
go with my 20 and my...
I'm going to show, there's 3 flats. I'm
Okay.
going to put them here, though.
And there's my 323. And
Okay.
then I'll need a 1 flat, and then I need 9.
Here's 1 flat. I'm going to move them up on the mat a little bit.
Okay.
198, well, that's a lot of them. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90.
And then I can't, you won't be able to see my 8 unless you
Let me
move over a little.
I'll move over.
Okay, there's 3, 6, 7, and 8.
Okay.
Okay, if I use my sums of,
Okay, just a minute. If you're going to use sums of,
then I'm going to put my hundreds together.
okay.
So there'll be 400.
Okay, put them together, and I'm going to write down here 400.
Okay. Then my 9 groups of 10 here and my 2 groups of 10 are going to make 11 groups of 10, which would be 110.
Okay, so I'm going to write 110.
And then my 8 and my 3 together would make 11.
Okay, 11.
And if we put all of that together, what do we come up with? 521.
521.
Okay,
Okay, and again, that was by using the sums
Sums
of
of.
method.
cool.
Okay,
It worked for a big number. Let's see if the other 2 will.
okay, let's try with the other ones.
Okay, I'm going to break them
300,
apart
break
again.
them apart.
Oops. You got to put 9 out there again. It takes a while, doesn't it?
It does, especially when
But
you're
it sure
talking.
makes better sense this way with this manipulative.
Okay.
Oh,
And we need our 8.
and here, you have
There's 8.
and here's 3.
Okay, so
Now
I'm going to
you
get this one out of the way.
Okay.
Ooh,
Ooh, you took some of the cubes with
I think
you.
I got them.
There
Okay,
we go. Okay.
so let's try which strategy should we did sums of. Should we try incremental
Okay.
and see what incremental looks like?
Okay.
Incremental tells me that this is 323,
And this is close to 200.
which would work for compensation.
Oh, sorry. Wrong one.
I know I flip-flopped
You
on
flip-flopped on me.
I flip-flopped on you.
I
Okay.
got confused.
Okay, so incremental says I start with what I have,
Okay.
which is 323.
Gotcha. Oh, this is the one we're going to count up.
It is.
Okay.
Then I'm going to count up this 100.
423.
So if I count up that 100, I'm now at 423. I should probably be using arrows. Then I'm going to go 433, 443, 453, 463, 473, 483, 493, 503, 513.
Okay.
So now I'm at 513,
Okay.
514, 515, 516, 517, 518, 519, 520, 521.
It's on the back side of your paper.
I was double checking.
I know.
521.
Yay! It worked. Okay.
So that was the incremental strategy.
There you go.
Now let's try to do the compensation strategy.
Okay. We got to break them apart again.
Gotta break them apart. But it won't take me very long here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
3, 6, 7, 8.
Okay? So
And now, Can I try compensation?
You do compensation. I'll record your
Okay,
thinking.
you record my thinking. I think that 198 is very close to 200. It's only 2 away from 200.
Just a minute. 198, you're taking up. Whoops.
I'm rounding it up to 200.
Okay, so you're going up 2 to get to 200.
That's
okay?
right. Okay, and I started up here with 323. So if I add 200 to 323, I have 523. And then I would subtract 2.
Because you added 2 on.
Right. And that would be 521. I really, really like compensation.
But you know what? For you to do compensation, you have to have really good number sense.
That's true, and it has to be a number that's relatively close to a power of 10 to make it easy.
Or could it be
Or
with 25?
It could be. It could be, but it has to round to something that's easy to add.
Those nice numbers or
Right.
friendly numbers.
That's right.
Because like if I was doing 75 plus 27, or 75.
That would work. Do that one.
75 plus 27.
If you
I,
made-
I know my 25s. Well, I'm going to mark it up here. 75 plus 27. That would kind of like break that into 25 and 2.
Uh-huh.
And I just add these two numbers together, 100 plus 2.
Right. So it works whether you're adding some on or subtracting like we did before.
So like we're really talking about friendly numbers.
Friendly numbers.
I always wondered what they meant by friendly numbers, but I think it's numbers that you just know go together really nice.
That's true.
Okay, so just as a review, just some other ideas for invented strategies include sums of. In this case, it was, when we went to the bigger numbers, it was sums of 100.
Right. And then we had incremental.
Incremental, I'm going to put down here. We kind of went with this one. And then we had compensation method.
There you go.
So 3 different ways of adding numbers. Here, when I thought there was only one way, which was the teacher's way to do it.
Not always the best way to learn, is it?
Nope. You truly have to have good number sense in order to do any of these strategies. And the best way to get that number sense is through use of manipulatives.
I like it.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining us in another episode of Math Snacks with Miss Glovely and Miss Wonderful.